Hello and welcome. Chris from Missouri here, bringing you another video about vintage baseball cards. And in this video, I'm going to show you some cards. I'm going to show you some cards that I picked up at a card show in Kansas City that was this weekend. Now listen, this is my second time to Kansas City in 2 weeks, and that dealt with baseball cards. The first time I helped a friend of mine, baseball collector, rummage through and load cards from the father of another YouTube friend of mine named Dave Blue Jacket 66. Now I picked up some nice cards here that I'm going to show you, but it suffers in comparison of what I picked up in the basement of Dave's mother's house. And I didn't pick up cards there, much cards there. I did pick up some, but what I did pick up is a great appreciation on how other people collect. And I picked up new friends, I believe, and I'm going to tell that story as soon as I get one thing back from where I sent it off to. And I'm going to tell that video, hopefully will be my next video. But this one, like I said, I'm going to show you some cards that I picked up at the show. And I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to talk to you about these cards and show you these cards. Here's my new card room, and I'm going to show this again. I'm going to do another video about my card room. Now this card I did not get at the show. It was waiting for me when I got back. And it's Harmon Killebrew, the only card that I believe he has in a Kansas City Royal uniform. Okay, first card that I'm going to pick up, or that I'm going to show you, I picked up from a good dealer. I could have waited till the local card show to pick it up, but I picked this up from Carson. And Carson is a young guy that attends college at Columbia College. And he's a card collector, and he's starting to become a good card dealer. The next card is a Tony Perez, 1966 Tony Perez. I'm picking up stuff, as you can see, for player runs. Now, none of these cards are going to be super big, but man, they look really good. And this card show, this Kansas City card show, there was another YouTuber there, Dre Diaz, and he goes to card shows, and he just chronicles the events going on and stuff. And I got to meet up with him and talk to him. And matter of fact, he bought me lunch. And at this card show, there was vintage dealers, half a dozen of them or so. There was 200 tables. But only half a dozen, what I could say, mainly vintage dealers. There's some that had a lot of stuff, but I wouldn't consider them vintage. Here's an Eddie Mathews in this 1960. Now, Eddie Mathews is, I'm almost finished with his run, and I'm pretty excited about it. Now this one, I normally wouldn't have picked this up, but I'm proud to show it, and I'm going to keep it. Look how off-center that is on Harmon Killebrew, and I don't care. Because when I look at this card later on, I'm going to remember the 12-year-old kid that I bought this from and how he coaxed me into buying this card. It was hard to turn him down. 1958 Al Kaline. A 1955 Al Kaline. I'm going to show that to you. Now, almost finished with the Kaline run of his base cards. Getting closer. Now look at these two cards side by side. They're the same year. This is Bob Feller. Beautiful card. I'm a Bob Feller fan, and I don't have his run finished, and I can't believe that. 1953 Topps Minnie Minoso in a 1. Working on his run, and I'm glad to have this. I just love the 53 Topps. There's some. Speaking of 53, here's a 53 Larry Doby in a Bowman color. Now, I've been working on a couple runs. I'm going to show some cards here of different kind of collection runs. My friend John, Wade Boggs fan, as a YouTuber that most of you, probably all of you know, is doing a thing called 100 Great Cards for $100,000. Now, that's his list. And he has a list of those 100 cards. And I decided I wanted to go after them. And he's big on Carl Yastrzemski and Warren Spahn. Now, this isn't one of the cards on his list, but I got so many of the Warren Spahns because of Wade Boggs fan that I had to pick this up, and I'm getting closer and closer to finishing the Warren Spahn run. Now, look at this Pee Wee Reese Bowman. It's a beautiful card. '49 Bowman Red Shandings. That's a tough name to say for us collectors. Now, 48 Leaf or 49 Leaf Bobby Doerr. Look how pretty that is. Just beautiful card. Beautiful card. We're glad to have it. Now, speaking of the 100 Great Cards by Wade Boggs fan, I got to knock this Carl Yastrzemski off the list. Now, I am down to I have 95 of the 100 cards on his list. There's some tough ones that I need to get now. And one of the other runs I'm doing, that's for fun, it's a registry run, is the 300 Great Cards that I was influenced by Baseball Collector and Ray from Philly. And this is 1954 Bowman Nellie Fox. Now that is 221 out of the 300 cards. And let me turn this around. So guys, I had a great time. I had a great time at the card show. And I had a great time in Kansas City with my guys going through that basement. And I'm going to tell that story. I think I'm the last of the YouTubers to post a video about it, but I look forward to telling that story. And I listen, I'll go to Kansas City again next week if it's going to be as fun as the last two. So guys, remember, it is just a hobby. Collect what you like.